Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brownwood's TCG back at it with another banger video. Today we are actually playing in our first ever OP06 tournament. So yeah, this was the first tournament. I believe this was on the 15th, if I'm not mistaken, when we actually got this done. This was at our local game shop called Hidden Collectibles 2. It's up in Orange. That spot's the spot. I don't know if y'all who are around here in Orange County, but if y'all haven't been to Hidden Collectibles 2, that's the spot. Alright, so yeah, right into it. We are playing our classic, our staple, Red Purple Law against the brand new leader, Green Black Perona. So this is a pretty interesting match because this is against my friend Doffy, aka Young Doff, aka Blaze. And it's funny because we would always see each other at different card shops, and I would always just wonder, man, when are we gonna get matched up? When am I gonna see you in a match? And we just never ever matched up against each other, and up until this day, the first day of OP06. So it's kind of hype. This definitely was a long time coming. So as you saw, turn one, we just put in the brand new searcher Buenafestas. We grabbed the searcher, or the film law, and we just passed turn over here. Looks like Doffy just played that brand new, and yeah, pretty standard. We both played our searchers. Yeah, so Buenafesta for me is a brand new card that I'm running. I'm running pretty much the Hollywood film package, the Los Angeles Lakers, prime time, showtime, bunch of Hollywood stuff in there. So we're just swinging. I think we got three. Yeah, we got three done. And I decided to get another search in because I don't think I had any good 3-down plays, and I wasn't gonna shambles because you never really want to shambles in the second turn. I mean, unless you have Penguin, or you never really want to turn 2 shambles unless you have Ain into Penguin or the new EBO1 Bonclay into Penguin, because you're just gonna be at a disadvantage early. So I actually had 2 extra Buena Vista searchers, and I used both. Grab the Shiraya on this one. Brand new card, super solid. I think it single-handedly counters the new yellow-green Yamato by himself. Super disgusting, super strong. So pretty crazy board state right here. We got 3 Buena Fiestas, and we're staring down a brand new. So pretty unconventional start from what I have normally been used to in OP05. I did not run Buena Fiesta at all. You know what? I'm just gonna start calling him Buena Fiesta, because Buena Fiesta, I'll be forgetting all the time. Buena Fiesta, welcome to the party. That's his new name from now on. Alright, so looks like our opponent plays a Borsellino blocker right here, and passes turn. And we're at 3 life. They are at 4 life. We have not touched our life yet because they countered out of our first leader attack, and we have 3 searchers on the board. So I'm just kind of deciding what I want to do here. I definitely want to get a Gordon out. I think I want to remove that Borsellino as quick as I can, just because I can, and that's what Law does. He takes stuff and smacks it to the bottom of the deck. That's what we do. So let's see what I end up doing here. Got 5 Dawn. Looks like I got a Gordon in hand right here. Also got a Kid. I don't want to play the kid straight up and just kind of not really get anything moving. I don't think I do. Watch me do exactly the opposite of what I just said. Forgot what happened exactly, but I do remember that this was a banger video. Especially in the climax of it, somebody makes a blunder and loses the game because of it. So I swing 5, he blocks it, and I actually do just throw out Kid. Wow, completely. I did not think I was gonna do that, but damn, I guess I did. I don't think, okay, let me see, I can see the hand. Okay, I just saw the hand. There's not a single Dawn Ramper in my hand right now. I'm noticing right now, so I think that's why I opted for the Kid play. Mainly because if I shambles, I'm going to be left at 2 Dawn. Even if I get 2 characters on the board, I'm going to be left at 2 Dawn. I don't know if I felt comfortable at the time with doing that, but I made the play. I'll live with it. See how it develops here. So he sends 5 to leader. I counter out 1k with Shiraya. I think mainly because I already had a blocker on the field and I was like, cool, I could get rid of this little blocker right here. Something light. Young Doff swinging with the brand new 5K with brand new, making him get some value other than just getting that search. Let's see what we end up doing here. I believe we counter. Yeah, I don't know. I think I just felt like countering. It wasn't really for a specific reason. I had 2 Reijus. I figured I could spare one. And he summons Perona, which actually I was not expecting, and I had to trash another card, so I wasn't too happy with trashing that other one. But what he did help me do is to put my hand size in range to be able to comfortably hit Reiju on my next turn. I think that's actually why I was pitching cards, because I think I had 7 cards in hand and I had 2 Reijus, and I was like, damn, I want to be able to use the Reiju, so I'm just gonna pitch one card, and then he swung again. I pitched another card, and then I was at 6, and then he played the Perona, and now I'm at 5 cards with the draw. So I am also putting some work with my Buena Fiesta. You know, he could swing with the searchers. I'm not gonna back down from that. I took it as a challenge. It wasn't said, it wasn't spoken, but you know, as soon as he swung with brand new, I was like, all right, I see what's going on here. You don't think I'm gonna swing with Buena Fiesta? Here you go. And I swung, he took it, cool. We got some value out of that boy right there. So let's see what we end up doing next. Tap 3, bring in Shiraya. Again, we just trashed one for counter, but we had another one in hand, so we're not just mindlessly trashing stuff here and for counter. Definitely throwing away stuff that we have repeats, stuff that we don't really need. So finally, I opted to just use a Gordon. I was not seeing Don Rampers, and it was already at that stage of the game where I didn't want him to start amassing his board on me. So yeah, I shambles, brought in the Reiju. Brand new card. This was the first time I summoned Reiju, so milestone moment, low key, milestone moment. First time Reiju, that shit felt good. Draw 2 cards. So I grab this active Dawn right here and I swing 6 to leader. And he gives us a 2K counter. So we're in a pretty good position now, finally, that we ended up using the Gordon. As you guys saw earlier, or if not, I'll remind you, we got the Ain in hand and we got the Beppo in hand. So we could definitely start shamblesing back to back to back, as long as we can get the Gordons in hand, get our power reduction, you know, working in tandem. So Perona here, if y'all ain't familiar with the ability, y'all best familiarize yourself. She can rest a 4 cost or less. So she rests my Shiraya here, because he is within that range. He is a 3 cost. And he swings 6 with his Perona. And go ahead and counter for 2. And he swings 7 to our leader, which leaves him 5 Dawn remaining. And I decided to take it. I'm in no danger of dying right now, so I'll take the resource. And he KOs my Shiraya that's rested, and he passes to us. Alright, so let's see what we have. We have a good amount of Dawn right now because we weren't using our ability early because we did not have the Dawn ramp. So when you don't do that, you find yourself with a good amount of Dawn. So definitely a different play style where it's like if you take it slow in the beginning, yeah, you might not get rid of stuff immediately, but you can amass a couple of 8-9 Dawn turns before you eventually start going back down, because you are going to be shamblesing as Red Purple Law. So just weighing our options here. We got a lot of cards in hand. We got some recipes we can start cooking up. And I sent 6 to Perona with my leader. So getting the assault started, not showing what I'm doing, not summoning stuff before I attack, attacking first. That way young Doff right here doesn't know what I'm up to. Keep him guessing a little bit. So he go ahead and counters with 2 cards. I think it's the 0 cost counter, trash 1 card plus 3,000, I believe. And I sent 6 again to his Perona, and he just takes it. Okay, so we are sitting at 5 active Dawn. Let's see what we cook up here. And I'm just counting my Dawn here, making sure that I'm at a Dawn deficit, because a lot of my cards, well, mainly the one that really matters is Beppo. Beppo really only works when I have less Dawn than my opponent. So I throw Ain first, on play added rested. Then I tap the last one, Mad Max. I activate Mad Max, minus 3000 to X Drake, and then I activate my leader ability, minus 3 Dawn to bottom deck X Drake, and bring Beppo from my hand to the field, and on play, add 1 Dawn and set it as rested. Get 1 extra active Dawn from Kid, and I use it to summon my Gordon. So definitely a lot going on that turn. Really established ourselves pretty strongly with that turn, I would say. Completely wiped our opponent's board and pretty much amassed our board to its max. You know, we got 5 people on the board. We got how much Dawn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Dawn, and the next turn we're gonna be at 9 Dawn as Red Purple Law with a full board against no one on board for Perona. This is quite a setup right here. So we're pretty set up right now. So Perona goes ahead and rests our Beppo, and he brings out the Doflamingo. So if y'all aren't familiar with the Doflamingo, I'm about to familiarize you guys, because Doflamingo on play, he taps 3 rested characters and they do not become active in my next refresh phase. So, as you can see, it's my turn, but my leader, Reiju, and Beppo all are still rested. So, this is the pretty much make or break moment, I believe. In hindsight, looking back at this match, this was a turn that if I could have it again, I would definitely redo this turn right here. So I'm just going to let you guys see how it plays out. I swing 5 with my leader. He takes 1 hit, right? I have a Kid that's active. I have a Gordon that's active. And I have 9 Dawn on the field, right? And I pass turn. I pass the turn right here. So in hindsight, maybe swing. You got 2 guys on that are active. You could buff up Gordon to 11k if you want. You have Kid at 6k. You can distribute the Dawn differently, you know. Make him go crazy. You have 2 life left. You have 2 life left. You're in no danger to die. You know, I pretty much left 2 attacks on the board right here. I didn't swing with them, and yeah, we'll see what happens here. I'll let you guys see. So he summons Brook, taps 5, and he KOs my Eustace Kid that is a 5 cost. So after that, he attaches the remaining Dawn to Perona, which I believe is 4, and he swings 9 to our leader. So Kid pretty much dies without really doing anything. I guess he did take that Brook hit, you know. And yeah, so after that, we take the life, and then he swings 10 into our life. Or I'm sorry, he swings 10 with Doflamingo into Beppo and just kills him. So we lost Kid, we lost Beppo, and we lost the life. So, you know, our opponent, pretty well thought out strategy here. He definitely took advantage of me not attacking and just pretty much leaving him at 3 life. He could have been at 1 life if I would have, you know, spread my Dawn differently the previous turn and swung maybe, I don't know, like 10 with Gordon and, you know, 7 with Kid, or, you know, a variation of that. 8 with Kid, 9 with Gordon. Maybe he can't counter out of that. And he's sitting at 1 life now instead of 3. So now we are in a different position than we were last turn. Now we have 1 life, and young Doff right here has 3 characters on, or 2 characters on board. He has his Perona leader, like I said, in attack. He has his Brook, and he has his Doffy. So now my whole mindset has shifted here. So I sent 12 to his Doff, and he counters out for 3k, and I tap Shiraya. I use Gordon to reduce Brook by 3000, and I minus 3 Dawn to bottom deck, and I bring out my other blocker, Trafalgar Law. So as you guys can see here, sitting at a very healthy Dawn amount. You know, I hit 10 Dawn this turn. Now I'm sitting at 7, I believe. And yeah, you know, right back to it. Doffy right here rests our Shariah, because that is our most valuable blocker. He can match Perona's attacking power. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, I mean, just really feeling the pressure right now because of that blunder of the last turn that I had. I believe I don't know. I thought I just didn't swing because I was thinking, oh, I don't want to swing on my blocker because then he's gonna be exposed. But little did I know, Perona has a lot of ways to deal with that. To just completely remove him from the board. This was my first match against Perona. Definitely, I'm gonna remember this for a while. That one turn mistake, it hurt a lot, but you know, we learn, we live and we learn, and we come back stronger. That's all that matters, right? So young Doff right here, looking at a possible kill angle. I would say it's definitely possible for him to end here. He has a lot of tools that can get rid of my one blocker. So he swings 10 at lead, and I kind of like anticipate that he's gonna do some sort of like trickery and get rid of my blocker that's still active, and then try to swing for life. So I just give him the blocker. I try to make him work for the end here, and he swings 7 at lead. I have 1 card in hand. There's no way I could block it, so I just take the card, no trigger. Sitting at 0 life to 3. And so he taps 4, brings out Borsellino, blocker, to give himself that little last set of insurance, and he passes turn. Okay, so new turn. We're sitting at 9 Dawn. We have no life, and we are staring down the barrel of a gun with Doflamingo, a Borsellino blocker, and our opponent has 3 life. So we are definitely in a pretty precarious situation, I would say. And he has one card in hand. 1 card in hand. I have 4 attacks, and he has 3 lives, plus the last hit, so 4. So theoretically, I could end here, because I'm Law. I have a lot of tools to get rid of that Borsellino blocker, and also I also run Rush Zoros, so you know, I could also sneak out a 5th attack here. So definitely just taking a moment here, thinking a little bit. This is looking like it's set up to be the last turn of the game. At least that's what's running in my mind right now. You know, I'm thinking, okay, I have 0 life. If I swing, I pretty much lose next turn if I don't end, because he has 3 attacks. I have no blockers, so I'm just calculating how I want to send the final attacks. I send 6 to life, hoping that he doesn't have a 2k in hand, and he takes it. So that's good news so far. Next, I swing 7 to his life, hoping that he doesn't have 2 2ks. If he has 2 2ks, okay, so he blocks for 6 and adds 2. So 8 to 7. I lose that battle. So Borsellino stays. He stays on the field. So what I wanted to do here is a typical play that I do is I attach 1 Dawn and then I attach 2 Dawn to like try to cheat out the 3 Dawn that I need for my leader ability, and like cheat out that attached Dawn in order to shambles. So here, I believe I was like trying to bait him to take the 2nd life, and then I was gonna shambles to get the Borsellino out for free, pretty much, because I would take away the 1 Dawn on my leader, the 2 Dawn on Reiju, and I would put Gordon out, remove Borsellino. You know what I mean? So that's the actual game, the actual strategy that I tried to execute here for the finish. He just didn't take the bluff. He just chose to block it. And yeah, so I swing 8 to Doffy right here, and yeah, I see the end is in sight, so I just go ahead and swing and just erase his whole board. And yeah, there really was nothing else that I could do here. I didn't have any other blocker to shambles out, so I opted to just keep the cards in hand, and yeah, he sends 15 at leader, and he just ends it. So that was the game right there. He ends up taking it. The first matchup with my red purple Law revamped Hollywood Los Angeles Lakers Showtime deck against his brand new also Perona deck. Nice and spicy with that alt leader. And yeah, so as I was looking back at this match, it all goes back to that one play that I was explaining to you guys about, where I just didn't swing twice. I left 2 swings on the board. I had 9 Dawn. I had the Kid active and the Gordon active, and I just chose to not swing. For whatever reason, I didn't want to swing with the Gordon, because I was like, oh, if I swing with the Gordon, then he could just attack Gordon, and you know, I won't have him anymore. But Perona can rest Gordon if she wants, even if he is active. So that was a blunder on my part. I should have still swung with him, because if our opponent wanted Gordon dead, he was gonna die. And Kid, I had 2 life, and I had a Kid blocker, so I'm in no danger of dying. So looking back, I think that was a move that I'm gonna remember the most from this match, and just gonna try to remember that in the future. Just being okay with swinging with my low cost units as well as my blockers if I'm in no danger of dying. Just because my whole deck has more of those. Like, you know, I have more Gordons, I have more Raise Max, I have more Eustace Kids, I have more blockers, Shariahs, Trafficker Laws, more Eustace. So I just gotta remind myself to not be afraid in those moments, and to play a little bit more aggressive, and maybe the outcome of the game can change. If not for the better, then we will lose again, and we'll learn why we lost again. Alrighty, so that was pretty much it right here. Super anticipated match for me specifically. I wanted to play against Doff for so long, and I never got him. He was playing Lucci, but he's playing Perona now, so I'm glad that we got a match up, and looking forward for the rematch for sure. Looking forward for the rematch. I know what I did wrong. I'm sure you're gonna see this, Doff. Just want to let you know I'm ready. I'm ready for that rematch anytime. I mean, preferably it would be in a tournament setting. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait until we get matched up again. All right, I'll be ready. I'm sure you'll be ready. And yeah, I'll see you next time, G. To everyone else, appreciate y'all for watching. This was again the first video for my OP06 series. I'm gonna be uploading mainly OP06 stuff from now on, just because that's what everybody's playing. I got a couple of other videos lined up. I got some stuff with Katakuri. I have a win and a loss versus Katakuri. 2 completely different games against the same person back to back. So that's gonna be a banger video for y'all to watch, to kind of see what Katakuri does right for him to win, and what I do right for myself to win. And yeah, so I have that coming up. I have a match against a red-green Law. That one was pretty fire. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff coming up, so make sure you guys watch, make sure y'all tune in, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Lights.